You are not choosing a path, you are collapsing time. Right now, in this breath, the universe doesn't reward intention. It rewards irreversible action. That moment when I might becomes I did, that's the singularity where your old life ends and your new one begins. Not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect. Now, in the quantum foam of possibility, you are one decision away from a different life. And I don't mean a metaphor, I mean physics, biology, the hard science of human transformation. This isn't motivation, it's mechanics. Your brain isn't a temple. It's a decision engine. Every second, 11 million neural signals fire. But only one creates the rupture, the choice that shatters your current reality. I'll try, and I own this, exist in superposition until you force the collapse with action. No third option. No someday. The universe records only observed outcomes. Close your eyes, name the exact second you chose doubt over action last week, not I felt scared. The specific timestamp, 3:17 p.m. on Tuesday, I silenced my voice. Write it, now rewrite it. At 3:17 p.m. on Tuesday, I chose courage. The universe logged it. Do this before your next heartbeat. You've been sold lies. Success isn't built on positive vibes. It's built on decision density. How many irreversible choices you pack into 24 hours. I didn't believe I'd build an empire. I engineered decision singularities. Cold calls fired like photons, each one collapsing the wave function toward yes. Every no wasn't rejection. It was data calibrating my trajectory. Left screen, superposition, endless maybes. Right screen, collapsed reality. One undeniable truth. Which state defines you? Your finger hovers. Choose. Now. No, I'll decide later. The universe doesn't negotiate with hesitation. Your comfort zone isn't safety. It's a decision desert where potential evaporates through inaction. Every hour spent preparing is an hour. Your future self bleeds out in the probability cloud. I sold insurance in blizzards not because conditions were ideal, but because you are one decision away from a different life. And blizzards don't cancel decisions. You are not your past failures, you are the recalibration. That bankruptcy, that rejection, not tombstones. Decision data, I lost everything twice, not once. Twice. But in the lab of life, every failure is just a measurement adjusting your field equations. I didn't mourn, I recalibrated. Turned losses into launch codes. Stop waiting for clarity. Clarity is the byproduct of decisions, not their prerequisite. Action creates vision like a particle accelerator proving matter's existence. I wrote books on subway trains, not because I had time, but because you are one decision away from a different life, and trains don't cancel decisions. Thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. Action is the only measurement that collapses reality. Your mind isn't a museum. It's a decision forge. Every thought you refuse to fire, every fear you let spin in superposition, is stolen energy from your breakthrough. I didn't control my mind, I weaponized it. 4 a.m. rituals as decision calibrations until resistance vaporized. You become what you decide, not what you wish, what you execute daily. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8, whisper, I am the decision, I am the outcome. Feel your cells vibrate at the frequency of victory. Why do 99% stay trapped? Because they confuse probability with decisiveness. Probability is the math of spectators. Decisiveness is the physics of conquerors. I closed deals while others calculated odds, not because I was reckless, but because you are one decision away from a different life. And calculations don't collapse wave functions. Your purpose isn't found. It's forged in decision fire. Like a blacksmith shaping steel, your definite purpose only takes form when hammered by daily choices. Win the morning? No. Forge the morning. Not as a cliche, but as a law of human physics. I didn't discover my mission, I decided it into existence. 4 a.m. ritual at a time. Open your calendar. Block time for your irreversible ritual tomorrow. Not maybe, not if I feel like it. Block it. Text, I forge my future, to someone who will hold you to it. Do it now, before the anvil cools. This isn't courage, it's decision tunneling. Moving through barriers that should be impenetrable. Your fear isn't a wall. It's a probability barrier you bypass by acting as if it doesn't exist. I made the call while others rehearsed scripts. Not because I was fearless, but because you are one decision away from a different life, and fear collapses only when you tunnel through it. You are not broken, you are undergoing recalibration. Every scar is a decision point. Every setback is field data. The richest people alive aren't those with the most money. They're those who've mastered the poverty of excuses by deciding their way into inevitability. I slept in my car while building my first empire, not because I love discomfort, but because poverty is just uncollapsed potential waiting for a decision. Feel the grit of the pavement under your palms. Smell the rain on concrete. This isn't rock bottom, it's your launch pad. You've already decided your way out. You just haven't observed the outcome yet. Stop waiting for inspiration. Inspiration is the byproduct of decisions, not their prerequisite. I wrote books while others waited for the right mood. Why? Because you are one decision away from a different life. And decisions create the inspiration. Move first. Clarity follows, always. Your comfort zone is a decision desert. Break out. Now. Do the thing that should terrify you but won't, because you've decided your way through it. Send the proposal. Burn the bridge. The prison guard is you. The key is one decision. Turn it. Now. I sold insurance to men who spat in my face. Not because I liked it, but because you are one decision away from a different life. And spittle doesn't cancel decisions. You don't find resilience, you recalibrate it, turning every setback into decision data for your next breakthrough. Fall down 7 times, rise 8, no. Decide 7 times, emerge as a new force. I lost everything twice, not once, twice. But in the lab of life, every collision creates new matter. Your pain isn't punishment, it's decision fuel. Gratitude isn't a feeling, it's a decision gyroscope. The only force that stabilizes you in chaos, not when times are good, especially when they're not. I practiced gratitude while sleeping in my car. Not because I was happy, but because gratitude is the gyroscope that keeps your trajectory true. Your next action is the gyroscope. Fire it now. Open your notes, write one thing you're grateful for in your struggle. Then, immediately, take one action as if you've already won. Text the action to someone who will hold you to it. Do it now, before the gyroscope wobbles. This isn't about mindset, it's about decision leverage, applying microscopic choices to move macroscopic mountains. Your 5 a.m. ritual isn't self-care. It's the Planck-length nudge that shifts space-time. I rose at 4 a.m. for 50 years. Not because I love mornings, but because you are one decision away from a different life, and leverage compounds in the silent hours when others are still in superposition. You are not your circumstances. You are the decision operator, the one who decides which variables collapse reality. Poverty, just uncollapsed wealth. Failure, unobserved data. I started with $7 and a telephone. Not because I was special, but because you are one decision away from a different life. And $7 is all it takes to collapse the wave. Stop negotiating with your potential. The world doesn't reward almost. It crowns the decided. That project gathering dust, that conversation you're avoiding, they're not waiting for someday. They're bleeding out in the probability cloud. Move, speak, building, conquer. The future isn't coming, it's already here, waiting for you to decide it. You are one decision away from a different life, not 10, not 5. 1, the decision to send the email, make the call, take the risk, collapse the wave. That decision isn't in the future, it's in this breath, this heartbeat, this irreversible choice. I decided at 16 to own my own business, not someday, not when I have money, with what I had. In the ruins, I found the raw data for my empire. Your mind is your only decision real estate. Guard it, cultivate it, fertilize it with executed choices, not weeds of worry. You become what you decide, not what you wish, what you do. I believed I'd build an empire when I had $7 in my pocket. Not because I saw proof, but because you are one decision away from a different life, and proof is created by decisions, not found. This isn't the end, this is the recalibration. The moment you choose to stop watching your life and start deciding it. The richest people alive aren't those with the most money. They're those who've mastered the poverty of excuses by deciding their way into inevitability. You're not broken, you're being recalibrated. Every scar is a decision point. Every setback is field data. The world needs your decision fire. Not a flicker, but a forge of action. Not tomorrow, today, this hour, this minute, this irreversible choice. Move, speak, build, and conquer. The future isn't coming, it's already here, waiting for you to decide it. Feel the vibration in your wrist as you sign the contract. Smell the ozone of breakthrough. Hear the hum of collapse potential. This isn't fantasy, it's mechanics. You've already decided. You just haven't observed it yet. You are one decision away from a different life. Not 10, not 5. 1, the decision to send the email. Make the call. Take the risk. Collapse the wave. That decision isn't in the future, it's in this breath, this heartbeat, this irreversible choice. Choose relentless. Choose now. Choose victory, not as a hope, but as a law of human physics. The universe doesn't reward hope, it rewards decisions. And you, yes, you are the decision. Go collapse your future now. Decide.